Right, here we have a Beko double oven. Now the customer has said that the lower oven isn't heating. All the right lights coming on, making all the right noises, just no heat at all. Real typical symptoms of the element going. And this is certainly something that you can do yourself with a bit of guidance. So I'll show you how today, and hopefully you can save yourself a few quid and do it yourself. First thing I like to do is take the door off. It just gets it out the way and makes it a bit lighter to take out. On here there's two little catches, one on this side, one on the other. Have a look out for my other tutorials to come, guys, specifically on how to take oven doors off. But just lift this off at 45-degree angle and get it out the way. The element is hiding behind the panel at the back, so what we need to do is just take the screws out and lift the panel off. There's usually about 4 screws holding it in, so get them undone and just tilt it forward. There it is, it's the circular bit around that fan, and it's held in by a screw there and also 2 at the top here. Now unfortunately on the Bekos we can see the points of the screws on the ones at the top, so we actually need to undo them from the back. So changing this element on a Beko is a little bit more involved than lots of other models, but it's certainly doable, and I'll show you. So as I've said, we need to take this oven out, and it's held in by a couple of screws at the top here. So just get those screws out, and it's going to allow you to edge the oven forward. Now what I do is I get a couple of crates, some of my boxes. I know they're a good height to pull the oven out onto, so you might need to get something to do a similar job. As you can see, I'm about to pull it out onto these boxes here. And then what I'll do is twist it round to a nice working angle so I can get in behind it, because we are going to need to take the back panels off to get to where that element is held in. Now before you go any further, guys, I have to stress that the power has to be off before you take the back panels off. Please make sure the power is off to your oven before you do this. So now we have the back off, guys. You can see the connections for the element here. It's just these two. Take pictures if you need to. I know it's only 2 connections, but just it's good to get in the habit of taking pictures so you don't have to remember where things go. Move the insulation out of the way to find those screw heads and just unscrew them. They can get a little bit corroded, so they might be quite tight. So you might have to put a bit of grunt behind it to get them out, but find the screw heads, unscrew them, and then it's going to allow us to pull the element out back from the other side, and I'll show you in a second. So now that's disconnected, I'm going to pull them through. You'll see them disappear. Woohoo! There they go. Now I can clearly see that this element is gone. Look at it there, completely damaged. So no need to get the multimeter on that one. Here we have the fresh one, which we are now going to put back into place. It's pretty much the absolute reverse of what we've just done. So what we need to do is we need to offer it through that same gap that we pulled it out and connect these bits back up through there. It can be a little bit fiddly, guys, because we've got to make sure these holes line up with those holes there so that we can then put the screws back into it from the other side. So what I always do is I put it in like this, and I put that screw on the other side just to hold it in place so we don't accidentally push it back through when we're in the back of the oven, and that will give us a bit of chance to get those screws in. I grab hold of these bits, the little connectors, whilst I'm trying to screw in the screws, because it can be a bit fiddly finding the holes on the element. So pull it towards you and then screw in to the holes that way. And then do the same with the top one, and you'll feel when you've got it, because it will start going tighter. So once you've got that in nice and solid, nice and secure, we just need to get the connections back on exactly the same as what they were with the other one, and then we've just got to close it all back up and get the oven back into place. And don't forget to go back around the other side and tighten up that screw that we sort of loosely put in there earlier. And then that is the element all in there nice and secure. Spin it around, make sure it's not hitting the element. That means you know you've got it in correctly, so it's not too high or too low. This one's absolutely perfect. So back on with the panel, get that screwed back in, everything back into place. So once you've got the oven back into place, guys, just pop the door back on the opposite way as you took it off. And don't forget to put those catches back up this time on both sides, because that will then allow the door to be locked into the hinges, and just test that it closes nicely. Let's get the power back on and set the clock, which looks like it's going nuts on camera, but it's really not. And what I'm now going to do is put it onto the fan function, the bit that wasn't getting hot before, and just making sure that we have heat. So give that a few seconds to warm up, open the door, get your hand in there. We got heat. Happy days. I hope that helped you, guys. Feel free to reach out if you've got stuck at any point or if you've got any questions.